So the winner of each of these 4 pods that are firing right now will then go on to the finals, which will decide the winner, and then whoever gets 2 through 4, which 2 through 4, I believe, get an altar from Mike. Shout
Yep.
out to Sad Altars of some kind. And then first place will get a mana crypt. So if this is successful enough, we will do it again. And if you're interested, make sure to keep your eye on us. So like, subscribe, comment, watch our videos. Do that. So yeah, we're gonna be spectating one of these games. We just looked through what we thought were gonna be the spiciest decks in the top 16 to showcase to all of you guys. So we're really looking forward to it. I'm Folger, and then I have Mike joining me in the commentation booth.
Hey there.
Yeah, we'll be commentating these games, doing the play-by-play, reading chat, and just like having a good time. So yeah, how you doing, Mike?
Oh, I'm good. Really excited to see these decks. We've got the 2 big ones that I'm excited to see. We've got a Tymna Kamal stacks list, and we've got a Niv Mizzet Perun list. I believe.
Yeah.
What are the other 2 decks here? We've got Zerob is on Malcolm Tana, and that is, I'm assuming, the Pirates kind of mid-rangey teamer deck. And then we've got Trimneck is on Tymna Krom Blue Farm. So this is a really great matchup, I think.
Yeah. We've got a great mix of like tier 1 competitive decks with some very spicy boys that snuck into top 16. So should be a good mix, and we're looking forward to watching this game. They should be getting started here any minute now.
Looks like they're ready. Looks like they've got their opening hands.
Yep.
And I hope they're not waiting for me to tell them to start.
Probably not.
Let me
Maybe. We'll find out.
yeah,
You hop in and just be like, hey guys.
yeah, wait, can you do that? I'm gonna post these deck lists here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sweet. Okay. We've got Tymna Krom Blue Farm.
Yep. This is pod 2, right? Yeah, okay. I'll be right back.
We have Zerob on Malcolm and Tana.
Yep, they're getting started here. They're revealing commanders, and they're about to get into the gameplay. So it should be good. Thank you very much, Az, for the dono. Yeah, we're all kind of rooting for Niv Mizzet too. Very strong deck. One of the better control decks in the format for sure. Him being uncounterable is a vicious combo.
Yeah, he goes way over the top.
Yeah.
Uncounterable. You untap with
Also,
Niv, it's hard to lose, honestly.
yeah, it's very hard to lose if you untap with Niv. The other thing is you get major style points because you run a really sick Goblin package with like Goblin Matron, Goblin Recruiter for Dockside and Goblin Engineer, because Goblin Engineer is basically Dockside for your commander because you can grab like Jeweled Lotus or something. So that's a cool line of play. So it looks like we have a turn 0 play already with Gemstone Caverns, exiling Mental Misstep for Zerob. Pretty good start for a partner deck, obviously, especially one with low CMC partners. So what are we looking to see in the opening, like, couple turns here, Mike?
For the Tymna Krom list, having just a land pass is scary. I can only assume they have Dockside or some really powerful turn 2 play. I would almost never keep a hand with no turn 1 plays. So he also might just be setting up for a long game, considering what he's up against. Azerob's got a turn 1 Mana Crypt alongside the Gemstone Caverns,
and
casting
Cavern.
a Malcolm and a Birds of Paradise on turn 1. Now that is insanely powerful.
Yeah, that's really good. This is the kind of like fast start you want to see with the kind of like turbo-y partner decks. Like, it's very strong.
Yeah, turn 1 Malcolm is really good. I'd like to see if Niv can set up some kind of Pyroclasm effect for that.
For
before
sure.
things get too
I
scary.
mean that's gonna be the best thing by far to for Niv to try to like balance out the playing field. It want to set up like a realistically like a 10-for-1 flame sweep. So currently like it would hit like try to hit Timna, Malcolm, double Birds of Paradise, and then like a couple other creatures. Mike, can you? Yeah, there you go.
Yep, I got it. I got it.
I was just
I
about
didn't
to
realize
ask.
you could minimize that.
Yeah, dude, we're popping off. Bunch of professionals, dude. So yeah,
Oh
well, we
yeah.
have Bird Pass by EMC. Pretty decent start. I mean, like we have turn 2 Timna. Pretty reasonable hand, especially in Abzan. I'm assuming he's on. Is this like a farm list or is this like a stacks
No,
beatdown?
this is pure stacks. Kamal is like
Is
the
it
win
pure?
con
I was gonna say
basically.
I figured it's Abzan stacks with Kamal as like
Oh
an
yeah.
overrun effect. We got
Yep.
turn 1 Remora for Niv Mizzet, which is really
That,
unfortunate based off the
yeah,
turn order
definitely.
because
It feels very slow with
it
no fast
feels
mana.
yeah it feels slow, but like you still keep turn 1 Remora for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see. Depends on how the pod. Do they either play? Do you think they'll play around it, or do you think they'll play into it?
I don't see Z-Rob really playing into it. He can just sit back and get value. He can cast Tana. You know, I'm honestly not sure. I don't see EMC playing into it. I'm assuming he's heavy creatures. We've got the deck
Yeah,
list. But gotta
EMC
have
I
a ton
think
of hate
plays.
bears and stuff.
Yeah, I think EMC plays around it for free, or
Yeah.
almost free. Um, depends on what Z-Rob has, but I would say more than likely he can just sit back on his commanders for a couple turns and then just outvalue fish that way. The main question that I have is for Trem, because I was assuming he's on Turbo ad nauseum, and keeping
Oh,
a hand with land pass is very, very sketch. Fimage?
Yeah, he's got a
Do
Fimage on
you
the
think this is?
Malcolm.
It's got to be Malcolm, right?
Yeah.
I would assume it's Malcolm
Yeah. So
over
I mean, he
Birds.
could go for the maximum value. He could like turn 3 Timna, draw some cards,
As
make
a
some
Tim to
treasures.
hit with Malcolm, yeah.
Yeah.
A surprisingly slow hand though from Trem, especially
Yeah.
with like
Seriously.
when you're on a farm list. Now, the advantage of keeping a slow hand is normally they're more consistent and set up for a longer game. So like they have more higher quality cards over just fast mana into like Wheel or Ad
Yeah.
Nauseam or something. But decides to play it safe. I mean, all right, if you're sitting at this table, Mike, and you're on at like Blue Farm, do you play it safe with your opener or do you go for it?
Looking at this pod, I think the later the game goes, the worse it is for us by a lot. I would be trying to go fast, honestly. I would be at least be trying to dump out a Crom really quickly. And you have a pretty decent late game with Blue Farm, but compared to Niv and compared to the Stacks deck, it might not be as good.
Yeah, I agree. So farm like Blue Farm with Timna Crom, very good. Same thing with Tim or Crom Tevish. They both
Yep.
have very good late games. Like, but this pod specifically, their late game is just outclassed by Niv and EMC's deck of Timna. Whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Making your
we're
rituals
already
bad, and he's going
we're
for a win.
already seeing. I was gonna say this is he just
Wow.
does he have does he just have it? All right, we got a Glenhorn.
Yeah.
Everyone's
What?
tapped out. I mean,
There's no. I didn't
if
see
he has
Force of Will, so Noxious Revival. Oh, to trigger Mystic Remora, he's trying to draw him a card. See if he can hit Force of Will.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is gonna be a close game. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Z-Rob just might take this on what? Oh, is it turn 2?
Yeah, we might be showing another game.
Yeah. I mean, hey, when you keep double fast mana, commander on 1, make a treasure, Glinthorn on 2, like that's really good.
Yeah. No, we have two commentators. Mike and Folger from Playing with Power are doing some commentary.
We're
And
on the mic tonight.
Yep, Mike on the mic. If you just showed up tonight, I think this game might be over, but we're gonna see. It's a two. That's an insane hand. Turn 1 Malcolm Mana Crypt, turn 2 Glenhorn.
Yeah, for real.
His screen is going black.
Yeah, I just saw that. So as of now, though, I'd say Zerob is like miles and leagues ahead of the rest of the table. It's
Yeah,
like
even
it's not even
if he wasn't winning
in the
here, it looks like they're picking
ballpark.
their cards up. So.
Yeah, that's just game, man.
Oh, and we have EMC in the chat. The guy playing Tim Kamal saying that was fast. So.
Yep.
So
Well,
yeah, he had Veil of Summer, Fierce Guardianship Protection.
yeah, that's kind of nuts.
So this is a GG because when Glinthorn, he says if you pay 1 and a red and discard a card to draw a card, he deals a damage, which triggers Malcolm, which gives you treasures, and you can just rinse and repeat, draw this card until the entire table is dead.
Yep. So you effectively, because of Malcolm, you actually net mana off of each Glinthorn activation. So you can rummage, net a mana, and draw a card, and then you just win the game. And with double backup as well.
Yeah. The only thing that's stopping that is Force of Will, really.
Well, I mean,
when they're tapped out,
you need triple force.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that hand's just over. So, yeah. Congratulations to Z-Rob on a very, very clean game, and he's into the finals. So yeah, we're gonna go look and try and find another game now.
Yep.
Because that one was
blazing
fast. Welcome to CEDH, everyone.
Okay, so I think we're going to hop into Flash's game if I can find the link here. Spectank link. Here it is. Yep, we got. Where is he? Here it is. Okay. That is not the link.
Unlucky for EMC2 though. We were kind of rooting for him. He had a very spicy brew of Timna Kamal stacks.
Okay,
Always
so
love
here
to see them.
we've got my boy Flash. Flash is a good friend of mine. Playing against Aki Hermit. It's been playing Narset Enlightened Master. Zod's on Kirik, Son of Yawgmoth, and Terra on Kennen Bonder Prodigy. Let's just flip these views, make them look great.
So it looks like in these opening turns, we have pretty good start from Terra. You see the Mana Crypt. You see Kennen has already done something. It looks like there was a board wrath of some kind.
Yeah, Thrasios, Birds in the Grave, Finale of Devastation.
It was Toxic Deluge. It was Deluge. I just saw it.
Oh, yep, there it is.
So, like, if you look at the stuff, so we have one of the things to note here. Actually, this game could also be over quickly. There's a Torch Courier, LED, and City of Traders in play for Kuma, and if he just plays a land drop on his turn, he's able to just slam Narset in with haste.
Yeah.
Now, would it resolve through a board of lots of untapped mana? I would probably say no, but it's definitely a line of play to go for and be careful of.
Yeah, I don't, unless he's got some protection, I don't know if I could even go for a Narset here. I mean, maybe you have to because the deck.
Well, you can't. Well, the problem is you can't even protect it because you have to crack LED for it.
Oh, my god.
You would be risking the entire game off of just sending it, which, I mean, if you've got the stones to do it, like, that's awesome. And if it works out, it's great, but it's such a risk.
Such a risk. But Narset's the kind of deck that you just kind of have to do that. I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't know what's in his hand. He's got 3 cards. It looks like. Yeah, I mean.
Looks like was that Back to Basics that got countered, or Force of Will?
That's a Force of Will.
I just saw an old card with the red art.
Yep.
Yeah. Notably, here's another thing. Flash is on right now. If you look, he's got a Wishclaw Talisman in play. So this is a card that in normal EDH is beyond risky because you're giving someone else as a tutor. And it's also kind of risky and competitive. The main thing though is you break the parity because it's 1 mana demonic tutor when you're winning the game, right? So being able to just demonic tutor on a stick, especially in like a Kenrith list with 5 colors of just everything pretty much, there's a decent chance that Flash can turn this into some kind of either win or emergency interaction if he needs it. So, what else do you want to look for here in the opener in a couple turns, Mike? What do you want to see from each deck?
Well, I think Kenrith might be looking for a Dockside. I can see that. Depending what he's got in hand, we got some artifacts in play. He can give away the Wishclaw. Set up a pretty big Dockside. I'm not sure what his exact Kenrith list is.
Yeah. I have this looks like is this the don't say it. It's the weird sliver, not sliver, Eldrazi card out of Terra that says 4 mana draw a card, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Prophet of Distortion? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's almost Thrasios, but not quite.
It's almost Thrasios. It's very good. Oh, but not quite as right.
Yeah, it's a colorless infinite mana outlet for Kinnan.
Yeah, which is great for Kinnan because you just Basalt Monolith draw deck, which is one of the main combos in Kinnan. It looks like we're gonna see Crick here.
And
would be my guess.
I'm pulling up the deck list right now.
Yeah. So we see Crick here, pays 6 life.
Oh, I know that Crick. I painted that Crick.
Yeah, you did.
I recognize that. Okay, I'm just trying to find
this. He just goes Crick pass then. Doesn't try and go for crazy storm turn. Looks like he's just gonna go Crick pass and go for the setup. Play it safe, not try to combo into on board like lots of blue mana open. I think that's probably the correct play. Now the question still is, does Kuma just slam it? Which, like I said, looks like he's not going to. He moves to combat, attacks with Torch Courier, gets in the chip damage. Always a good thing, but I would love to see Kuma go for it, but I'd hate to see him get blown out. That's exactly where I'm at right now. So it looks like he just bonks with Torch Courier and passes.
There's Kenrith, and this is Narset control is what it says.
If you're on Narset control, this hand looks suspicious at best. Because if you noticed, he missed his land drop. So that means like he's on one color source effectively, because LED is not a colored source when you're casting spells from hand. So that seems like a very risky keep. I mean, I guess he probably kept off the strength of just being able to say turn 3 commander with haste if he hits a land drop, a colored mana source. But
did I not? I think oh, there's the Narset list. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's the Narset. So it looks like we're gonna see a bit of a go for like a bit of a win attempt here. So we have Flash activating Wishclaw Talisman, tutoring his library, and he gives the talisman to I have no idea because we're on webcam. We'll find out though. Very shortly when someone puts either like a token or something to represent it. So we've got what? 5. He has 5 mana available after Wishclaw. He could just slam it ad nauseum here if he was on that. That's a definite consideration.
Let's find out. I'm gonna check right now. I want to see what's going on in this Kinnan list. This Kenrith list.
Yeah. The Kenrith. Let me know what you find, Mike.
Calling Ritual. Okay, he's on Ranger Captain VOs. That's spicy.
Is it an evolution base?
This looks like it says an Underworld Breach list for sure.
Okay.
It's yeah, this is kind of just a general good stuffy combo Underworld Breach Adnaz kind of thing. We've got like Skirk Prospectors with Dockside.
Really? Skirk Prospector for like sack Dockside when you're winning?
Sack Dockside, yeah, with Breach.
Sack itself. Technically it's a ritual. Yeah, that's pretty clean. Is that the best sack outlet for Dockside?
It's really good because it adds a red.
Yeah, it helps you recast Dockside. Um,
I know it's
yeah,
really good in
honestly,
Corvold.
yeah, Corvold. I mean, stock outlets in Corvold are like the nuts,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, this is pretty deep Turbo Nas. He's got some other spicy cards like Ephemerate.
Oh, he's on a Spellseeker line
We've
then if he's
got
playing Ephemerate.
yeah, we've got Final Fortune.
Yeah, so he's on the Spellseeker Ephemerate Final Fortune thing, which is a very cool line. A little risky, but very spicy. The other thing to keep in mind here is like this game looks like it's going to be over quickly as well. So Kuma kept a
Oh,
risky hand and has not gotten there. Flash is activating Wishclaw Talisman, which means someone else is going to get it, so someone else gets a free Demonic Tutor effectively. So if Flash doesn't win on his turn, it's highly likely that one of the other two players will win on their turns.
yeah, and I was thinking something like Kitten would actually be good, for this
Kinnon's
current
very good.
meta because people are just not playing Board Wraths. So I'm seeing a lot
Yeah.
of a big lack of Fire Covenants, Toxic Deluges, and even a lot of people not playing Cyclonic Rifts. And
Yes.
I could definitely see the creature decks like Kitten being really good.
Yeah. Yisan is another one that comes to mind. The like kind
Yeah.
of mid-rangey lock people out. I think Sylvala and Marwyn might be a little bit not where you want to be, just because when you're like kind of all in comboing with those mono green decks where you're like Mana Dork on one, turn two commander, turn three try and win. The vast majority of the time you get blown out by like a single piece of interaction, but Yisan's ability to just stacks out the board early and then win with the just Yisan activations is very, very good.
Yeah.
So I think that's the decks that play to the board in this current meta, I think are very, very well positioned.
Well, let's find out what Flash tutored for. I
Yep.
have a funny feeling it's a Dockside. Looks like he's tapping for a
I
Dockside.
uh looks like he's
Is that Calling
tapping
Ritual?
for this would be an
A Calling
insane
Ritual, yep.
it
Oh my
is.
god. Imagine
That's
playing Kitten into 2 Wraths. Oh.
yeah, for real.
How many permanents
Honestly,
is that? One, two,
this
three,
culling
four,
ritual is gonna destroy the
five,
world. It
six,
also kills his own
seven,
Wishclaw
8.
talisman. I'm
Yeah.
counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Although most likely, do you think? I mean, it's gonna pop Torch Courier, obviously.
Yeah. There's
Do
no
you
hate cracks
sack Petal
LED.
though?
Pedal.
Uh,
I would not. I would keep the pedal. I think for one
I
extra
would.
mana.
Well, no, it dies anyway. I'm just
Oh,
realizing
yeah, yeah, yeah,
exactly,
well, yeah, yeah,
obviously.
yeah, duh.
We're just
Of
bad.
course.
We're so used to
Sorry.
dockside math.
Don't.
We're like,
I know.
is it worth
I
it?
know.
Yeah, we were both like,
No, you,
well,
you.
we'll keep the mana. Dude, so it'll be for 6. It's looking like. So he could slam his commander here. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
or
mean,
just
even
cast an
if Kitten
Adnaz.
is, that is also an
This
option.
is this is
He's
a
gonna
Kenrith
make.
Nas deck. This is pure. This is pure Nas. Yeah, you got it. Calling Ritual says destroy all non-land permanents, convert a mana cost 2 or less, and add a green or a
Yes.
black mana for each permanent destroyed this way.
Yep.
I
So
actually
we
did
have.
fill in for a game earlier playing a Kitten deck, and I got hit 7 permanents with a Calling Ritual on turn 3.
Calling Ritual is probably the best CEDH card from Strixhaven, you would say?
That card is insane.
Yeah.
It's now in
If
regular
you
EDH, I think it would be like okay.
Yeah,
In
in
CEDH, it's insane.
CEDH, it's like 2 CMC and less is like 80% of the format. There's very few like permanents outside of like off-brand, like non-partner commanders that are 3 or higher. Like there's so many things that are 2 CMC or less. So it's basically just what is it, like Hour of Revelation, a Chroma's Judgment, like destroy all non-land permanents
Yeah.
some of the times, and then not only and it's for free effectively. Like most of the time you're at least hitting 4. In this case, it'll be
Yeah.
6, but you're destroying effectively 8 things here. And like if you remember, Mike, you cast a culling ritual against in one of our games that we recorded. I was on Najila.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember how much you were gonna make if the spell had resolved?
It was in
Because
the
it
20s or
was like
30s. I
it,
think it was in the
it was like
20s.
I think it was 20. I think it was 23 mana. So culling ritual has absolutely ridiculous upside,
Oh yeah.
and like the ability, like the destroy is just gravy. Like if it just said make mana equal to all permanents, CMC2 or less, like that card is still good. That's like a really good ritual.
Yeah.
But the fact that it destroys them as well. So it looks like he's gonna make 6 mana. So he has his
Okay.
2. He's got 2 from Terra. And then he gets 2 from Kuma. So it looks like he has 6. Do you think ad nauseum or do you think
I would
Kinra?
expect an ad nauseum. Honestly.
I would expect
there
that
it
as
is.
well.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, people talk about Thassa's Oracle Consultation being good. Try calling Ritual
Ad
ad
nauseam.
nauseum. Ugh.
Yeah, dude. That's the real 2-card combo. Honestly, like the thing with Thassa's Oracle is it gets a lot of hate just because it's the most efficient way. But the reason it's like that is because all the enablers like just meld together perfectly. And I looks like did Adnos resolve?
Oh, it resolved. He's flipping.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if his gemstone has an actual counter on it.
Neither am I.
There's a D-tutor, a carpet of flowers. I see 1 island in play. Hull Breacher.
Yeah, I only see 1
And
island as well.
Not a great add-on so far.
I'll say this has been
Dark
a
Rit.
shock.
Okay, Dark Rit was good.
Dark Rit's a good hit.
He gets some mana. He's got Windfall. Hull
He
Breacher.
needs a couple pieces of fast mana, and then
Yep.
we'll be good.
Dark Confidant, Elves. He's at 12. Marsh Flats.
Oh man, this is a bad ad
Ancient
nauseum.
Ooh. Chromox. Okay, I think we might be there. He's got a Dark Rit into a Demonic Tutor. I think he'll be fine. He can't cast Dockside. Dockside's not good here. Mox Opal. This is getting better. There's a miscast.
Yeah, he needs an artifact to turn on Mox Opal though.
He's got a Chromox. You're right. He needs one more. Yep.
Like, if he can hit like a mana crypt or something, I think he gets there. But he needs one more.
Spellseeker's tough, and he's risking his life total. There's a Karik that's a 2/2. There's a Hull Breacher that's a 3/2.
Yeah, I mean he's dead on board. I think he just has to commit to the win at this point.
He's counting. Yeah. Like, if I'm at 7, I think I might keep going.
I think at this point I would. Yeah, he's going for it.
Oh, it looks like Ephemerate. And he is in the tank.
Yeah, for real. The one thing that ad nauseum leads to is you cast ad nauseum, pick up 20 cards, and then sit there for 5 minutes doing some math. That's just what happens every time.
And the answer looks like
honestly,
no.
I don't think he does. The problem is,
did he stop? I don't know if he stopped.
No, he was just looking through the pile. So the main thing here is he's like just a bit off of like everything he needs to do.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. He hits City Brass. Oh. Man.
He's at 5. I'd at least get one more card. I think.
I would say I'd go for one more.
He's still thinking, looking
Silence
at his graveyard.
Doesn't do it.
No.
Looks like that's gonna resolve there.
Now does that the gemstone? I'm wondering if it taps for a color because that does make a difference.
Oh, it's a world of difference if that taps for a color. There's a real threat of him just like not having enough though. So he plays Mox Opal, casts a Chrome Mox. He's gonna imprint something.
Yeah, I see the life totals, and I'm not sure I'm able to fix it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the main question is, do you think Flash gets there off this? I honestly don't know. I would bet against it, honestly. I based off what I saw from Ad Nauseam, I don't think he gets there. Do you see a line, Mike, where he could turn this into a win?
We've got a Dark Root, we've got a D-Tutor. We can find an artifact that lets us tap our Mox Opal. That's a start. Not being able to get a lot of value off a Dockside makes it a lot harder.
For sure. The other thing he has to be very mindful of, though, he's like super dead if he doesn't play a creature or doesn't win here. And even then, I don't know. So it depends on what he's going to imprint on this Chrome Mox. There's a chance you go Spellseeker Pass and sets up for the next turn, but
he has to live to the next
he
turn.
has to live is the problem. He's at 5. So you would the play would be you would take 3 from Hull Breacher, and then so you imprint Dark Confidant under Chrome Mox. So it looks like he's probably going to play Dark Ritual. Yes, it was Mike who let the dogs out.
Oh yeah.
So it's looking. I don't know what the correct line is here, but you have to play a creature. I don't think he wins, so you have to play a creature to block Crick. So I mean, honestly, I think the his best way to win. Oh, it looks like he has a land drop for turn. Oh, that's huge.
That is huge.
So Exotic Orchard. So he's got effective 3 now. It's really unfortunate. If he could, I think he could Spellseeker win here if that what do you call it? What's the land? Oh my God, Gemstone Caverns. If Gemstone Caverns tapped for mana right now, I think he could actually get there through Dark Writ, Demonic Tutor, Spellseeker, Ephemerate, and then Spellseeker tutors up the extra turn spell, Final Fortune.
Oh, he has mana open. From his Calling Ritual, he just cast a Carpet of Flowers.
Oh, for 2. You know what? He actually might get there. I forgot. I didn't think he'd have.
No, I didn't know he had mana left over. So Carpet
Yeah,
for
he
1,
no, he would have
2,
had.
3,
He would have had
4.
1 left over. So Carpet is. I see 1.
Can he set up Hull Breacher Windfall this turn?
Well, there's a Hull Breacher in play on Terra side.
There is a Hull Breacher. Okay.
So no, he can't. So like the main thing I'm seeing here is I think from what his Ad Nauseam looked like, it looks like he's gonna try and go for a Spellseeker line would be my guess.
Yeah.
That being said, like I still even with the Carpet and the Chrome Mox and stuff, I don't know if he gets there. Because that's only 4 mana. So yeah, he can Dark Writ. So if he Dark Writ Demonic Tutors like an artifact to turn on Mox Opal.
Yeah, Tinderwall helps. Looks
Yeah.
like I'm not sure if he went to second main or if he still had more.
So he went to second main, triggered Carpet.
And we have a mental misstep on the Tinderwall.
Actually, so brutal. Surprised he didn't fire that off on the Carpet, honestly.
Yeah.
But
we might have a response.
yeah, that's. Is he about to fight over this Tinderwall?
I'd be surprised.
I'd be surprised as well. I think you just have to cut your losses and let the Tinderwall go at this point. So he's gonna Dark Ritual. Make 3 black. That's the other thing. You know he's got Dark Writ in hand, right?
Yeah. It's on the stack.
Mental Misstep stripping 2 to 3 mana though on the turn is still really important. Oh, he's got Miscast. Okay, he fought over Tinderwall.
Wow.
Yeah, so Miscast is Miscast for a red.
It does put him up a mana. I mean, hey, that's a ritual.
It puts him. It is still a ritual. So he's got 3 black floating. He can make 2 red, and then I would assume he's got a colorless. And then if he has a way to get an artifact into play, he'll have 1 of any color. So if you're playing against this, Mike, so if like someone turbos out an Ad Nauseam, what do you think is the best line of play to counter the turbo Ad Naus? When you're like so if you're Terra, Zods and Kuma, like what's the best way to prevent this from happening? So he has a Felwar Stone, though, notably. So his Mox Opal is online.
Hull Breacher is a good start, I would say.
Hull Breach is a great start. Just denying the cards is very important. So he plays the Spellseeker, so he can grab Final Fortune here, and he's got the 2 red available. I think he might get there off that. Yeah, so let's see what he grabs here with this Spellseeker. If you had to guess, Mike. This is a tough one, actually. Like we said, very quick ad nauseum, especially like this has been a very interesting pod. So Terra's on Kinnan, which is a deck that plays to the board very well. But earlier in the game, there was a Toxic Deluge to wipe out his opener. And then following that up, Culling Ritual just destroyed the board and turned it. Flash is able to turn that mana into a ad nauseum, which now he's turned into more mana, and he's just tutored up a Final Fortune with Spellseeker. So this is a really cool CDH tech card for Spellseeker Ephemerate lines. And what it basically breaks down to is, take an extra turn, you lose the game at the end of the next turn. But in CDH, you take an extra turn, and then you set up your win for that next turn, and you just win before you lose. So looks like Flash is going to cast Spellseeker, Final Fortune here. He's going to take an extra turn, and he's going to untap with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana on his following turn.
And a Dirt Ritual. Demonic
Tutor.
And a Demonic
Tutor. And Demonic Tutor. He's got Demonic Tutor and Ephemerate. I would be shocked if he does not turn this into a win. Because with the Ephemerate on Spellseeker, he effectively has 2 tutors. So I see there's quite a few lines where Flash just untaps and gets there.
Yeah, Final Fortune is basically just a huge ritual that cantrips in this situation.
It's a huge ritual that cantrips is exactly right. The other thing to note, the reason why people play Final Fortune, the reason why it's incredibly good is against like a control player, if they're sitting on like a Thrasios, for example, you can wait until the instep, wait until that person taps out or does something, and because Final Fortune is an instant, you can go over the top, take an extra turn, and like seize a window out of nowhere, which really takes people by surprise. It's very hard to beat like a well-timed instant speed Final Fortune and then into a win. So it looks like Flash has gone to his next turn. And if I was a betting man, he's going to turn this into a win.
And there's silence. Sure. He's really going to turn this into a win.
Yeah. Extra going to turn it into a win. Silence is just like, honestly, just kind of gravy at this point. Since Final Fortune resolved, since Ad Nauseam resolved, I would assume he's looking real hot. So he's going to Ephemerate his Spellseeker. And yeah, looks like this one's going to be in short order. Another thing to note here is if you notice something that most of the top 16 decks have in common is that they have the ability to win quickly. In a CEDH tournament setting, the ability to win quickly is probably the most important thing. So my main deck is 4-color control, which is Thrasios Vial Smasher, but it's incredibly slow. So if I was going to play in a CEDH tournament, I don't know if I could play that because each round in the Swiss like opening bracket is timed. You have to be able to win games in a reasonable fashion. So that's why you'll see a lot of fast decks in the top 16. The other reason is because they do very unfair things. Like they have the ability to just absolutely like just take people by surprise. So if you looked at the game 1 of the top 16, Z-Rob just had like the absolute nuts opener and had like just turn 2 win.
Yeah.
So the decks that are like playing like are playing like on an unfair axis just have the ability to just take the games by surprise, which is super strong in a best like basically best of one tournament setting for each round. So if you were in this tournament, Mike, what are some of the decks that you would play, and what are some of the decks you'd watch out for?
The two decks that I would definitely bring to this tournament, specifically, number one, I would bring Winota. Winota Snowball Stacks. That deck is, although it stacks, it just explodes very quickly if unanswered, and it also is very disruptive to a lot of the fast decks people are going to try to bring. So that would be my number one pick. Probably my second pick would be Tevish Crom, because it's very powerful in all stages of the game. So you've got early, you've got your mid, you've got your late. The commanders provide insane card advantage, and the early game is just Turbo Nas. So those would be my
Yep,
two
that's for
picks.
sure.
And here we
I
have
would I
him
would
winning the game.
Yep. That would be a Thassa's Oracle consultation win. Wow, yeah. So looks like Kuma kept a hand of turn two, um, or sorry, like turn three, oh my God, Narset with haste into double extra turn spell. So I mean, it's hard to not keep that, to be fair, but
Yeah.
congratulations to Flash, expertly piloting through that ad nauseum turn. He tanked a little bit, but that's really important to not mess up the line. And he's on to the finals.
Yep. Good job, Flash. All right, we'll see if there's any other games going on here.
Looks like there's one more left. So it looks like game one already ended as well. So it looks like we're on to one game left in the semis.
All
So if
right,
you
and
want
I
to get
might be
that
able to
link,
pop
Mike,
that one up. Yep.
I say pop that up. Think Yuriko could be competitive in an EDH tournament? I think for sure. Yuriko is like such a unique commander and works on such a different axis than everything else. So the ability to pressure other turbo ad nauseum lists is very important. Also, because you're in blue black, you have great win conditions. So I think for sure Yuriko could be viable. That being said, there's like everything is, I can't say everything, but almost everything is viable in CEDH. That's one of the reasons I enjoy it so much. Now the problem is obviously there's stuff that's better. There's a tier list, but
Yeah, of course. There's always in every format there's a tier
everything
list.
can be played. So from what I'm looking at here, we've got lots of spice going on. So we've got Malcolm Tana again.
Oh yeah,
We've got
he's been playing this deck
Paco
for a long
Halden.
time.
We've got Kodik, which is a very spicy.
Cody.
Cody, is that what it
It's
is?
like
I
a
didn't see
breach
it.
deck.
So we have a Cody breach deck, and then we've got a Damia deck.
No,
After
this is
my
Dina.
own heart.
This is Dina.
Dina?
Yep.
Dude, I cannot read those words. They're so tiny.
Yeah, Dina.
Right.
This is the deck that beat me earlier when I hopped in for
guys,
the game.
Guys, it's Golgari.
Oh
Do you know
yeah,
what I'm talking about?
it's nice.
It's
got
Veto. It's Golgari Veto.
It is. It's Golgari Veto, and it's got Hulk lines. It's sweet.
Yeah, very sweet deck. So it looks like we're in the mid game of this match. We've got everyone like kind of building out their mana bases, building out their thing. We have an onboard active Oko, which is a thing to be very mindful of. One of the things though is Malcolm is already has a dockside and is on the mana ramp train for sure, because dockside also triggers Malcolm. So he's got lots of mana. He's got the Rhystic Study in play for card advantage. And yeah.
Well, we've also got the, what is that, A 8-11? He's got an 11-11 doggo. Paco.
That is one absolutely good boy. Absolutely yoked, dude. He's like what's the he's like Alaskan Malamute dog. He's absolutely chonked up.
He's only
Between
got
Hulk and
3 mana?
Hulk is definitely more resilient than Ooze. For sure. Now that being said, like they're both kind of like off meta like combos, but I would pick probably Hulk. Ooze is much easier to set up with like a Hermit Druid assemble, but I'd pick Hulk. Hulk is probably more resilient.
Corvold is also a good choice.
I was like, Corvold's a
Yeah.
great choice for a CEDH tournament. It plays incredibly quickly, but it also grinds well. Like that's kind of the key. If you're looking for like a tournament ready CEDH commander, you want something that can win quickly, but also has a good mid game.
Yeah,
So it
Corvold
looks
just
like we're
gets you back
seeing,
into any game, just draws you so many cards.
yeah, it looks like we're gonna see a Jessica's Will here out of only meme.
Looks like 5.
Looks like
Oh, there's a
6.
Twister. Gamble and a Flusterstorm. That's a powerful Jessica's Will.
Yeah, for real. That's actually insane.
He's got 1. It looks like maybe 2. Yeah, possibly 2 blue mana available.
Yeah. Well, he can also,
He
the other thing he can do is,
go for
I'm
his win.
surprised he didn't go to combat first, honestly. Looks like we got some dice coming out.
I just got some insider information.
What's up?
That red card,
Breaking
the
news.
3/3 breaking news. The 3/3 on the battlefield is an elked Glinthorn Buccaneer.
Really?
Yeah. And
How
here
does
I am
that
thinking
how
he's
does
gonna
that
tutor for it
happen?
with Gamble.
Yeah,
I,
that's what I was just about to say that. And then interesting. So what must have happened would be my guess then is because Dockside's in play and I don't see any treasures, my guess would be he Docksided out like a Glinthorn Buccaneer, and then his Malcolm died in response.
that's what
That
I'm
would be
thinking.
my that would for sure be my guess there. So it looks like now and then so Malcolm dies in response, and then Riker slams an Oko and gets to Elk the Glentorn, which is a huge blow to the Malcolm deck because that's like by far the best win con.
Yeah.
Yeah. A 1 card combo with your commander, and your commander's a 3-drop is very, very powerful in CDH. Like I said, so people who are asking about different decks in the comments, pretty much anything that has been CDH viable in the past is viable now. Obviously, there's going to be better decks and like more streamlined stuff, but honestly, the best part about EDH is that you can play basically whatever you want, right? Yeah, and as another part of CDH, proxies are always allowed.
Yeah, we love proxies because if you look a deck up and it's $13,000, you're not gonna play that. You're not gonna build that deck unless you've been playing the game for a million years or you have a lot of money.
Yeah. Or
And
you're
it's just,
Ryan and you've
or
been around since like 1800. So,
yeah, or that. So we love our
yeah,
proxies, and
especially for reserveless cards because God knows
yeah,
those are overpriced.
stick it
Looks
to the
like
man. Buy proxies.
we got a Hull Breacher coming out.
When I say buy proxies, I mean
So,
print them off your printer.
yeah. So it looks like we have Hull Breacher and Time Twister.
Oh, and a Flusterstorm protection.
Yeah. So it looks like we're just in there, man.
Oh, did that resolve?
Yeah.
I see some shuffling. Brutal.
I see shuffling as well, dude. Like, I mean, you have Flusterstorm backup, dude. As an insane Justice Will. So right now, only meme is miles ahead. The only thing I see where he gets got here is if Paco and Halden beat him down or get lucky off of their exiles, because none of the other commanders can really grind anywhere even as close to as well as Paco Halden. So Paco Halden, if only meme doesn't win here, Paco Halden has the second best chance, but just being hellbent is just hard to come back from, especially when only meme has effectively almost infinite mana. It's like
Yeah,
20,
pretty much. He's
20. I think he's got 3 red floating, so like 24 mana.
gonna kill the Oko here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So you've got your Paco that can attack, and that's as Magnivore
if you hit
519 would say, it's pretty sus. Hull Breacher is a brutal Magic card.
Yeah, like it being it's kind of unbelievable how good it is. Yeah, Breacher is a card, boys. Breacher is a card.
And Magic Paul asks what makes a commander good for grinding. If it
That would
draws
be
cards.
recursive card
Yeah.
advantage in the command zone. So we're looking at Crom, we're looking at Thrasios, we're looking at Timna are the main ones. Now you also have other commanders like we have Kenrith is good, Paco Halden is good, Corvald is good. The other way is not just in raw cards, if they work in a different axis. So Yisan is good at grinding because it has a clock and it just activates Yisan. Najeela is good at grinding because you can just turn Najeela sideways and pressure the table. So just you want a commander that can do, if the board stalls, can still apply pressure and lead you to one of your win conditions. Tavish is another great example.
Yeah.
Great at grinding. Like, that's what I was saying. You either want a commander that A, generates card advantage repetitively, or B, attacks from a different axis, like Najeela or like Yisan.
Yeah. Personally, I
Those are
try to
about the best.
avoid commanders that don't either provide card advantage or do something like that. If you have a commander that's
Yeah.
all in on your combo, then you're just relying on the cards in your hand, and sometimes it's just not good enough.
That's far worse. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say. Like, you have to think about whenever you're building a commander deck, what you have to think about is your quote unquote 8 card hand or 9 card hand if you're on partners, right? Like that the main reason partners are good is turns out starting with 9 cards in hand compared to starting with 8 cards in hand is usually better. Also, partners are just really effectively costed and good value. But
Yeah.
like I said, having the ability to just always have access to card advantage is incredibly strong. And I'd say probably the most important thing for like is there like any card that provides card advantage that's not at least somewhat CDH viable? Like I really don't think so. Like pretty much all of them are at least
Nah.
like
Gishath provides card advantage by giving you dinosaurs. CEDH viable? Nah.
Turborada Gishath? Come on now.
There's also the rogue
Dude,
commander. Although anything blue and black is viable.
I mean, that's mostly true, honestly. Like blue and black are by far the best. So based on colors, in order, these are the best colors in like CDH. Now do you speak up if you disagree with me, Mike? I'd say blue is first, black is second, red is third, green is fourth, and white is fifth.
Yep. Hull Breacher, not Hull Breacher. Dockside Extortion is an Underworld Breach. Jessica's Will.
And Jessica's Will.
Added a lot
Deflecting
to red.
SWAT.
Deflecting SWAT. I would have swapped, like a year ago, I would have swapped red and green.
I agree. Sultai used to be the best. So when we first started this channel, Sultai was by far the best color pair when it came to 3. Now, Grixis is miles better than Sultai.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing that's happened. Everyone's kind of, the meta's progressed, and now Crom is significantly better than Thrasios. Thrasios is no longer the bane of the format.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. That's really cool, though, to watch, like, metas progress, though. Like, over time. Like, we've been in the CDH game for, like, what, 3 or 4 years at this point?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say about probably 3 years for me.
Yeah. So that'd be, like, 4 years for me, then. So looks like we have looks like we have Gamble coming out.
Get another wheel. Get a time twister.
I was gonna say just grabbing the twister loop him out, man.
Oh man, this is brutal. Malcolm Tana really doing some work today.
I was gonna say Malcolm Tana, that it would be the dark horse of the tournament, I would say. Like we might have two Malcolm Tanas in the finals.
Yeah.
And I can't like honestly, like I can see why. Having one card win con with a Malcolm, and when you're in Teamer, which is like perfect color tutors for art or creatures,
Yeah.
that's very good. You're also in Teamer, so you have good interaction. And your commanders are pretty decent at grinding. They're not
Yeah.
great, but they're not bad either, is the other thing
I
you have
think
to
I
keep
think
in mind.
Tana's just there for the colors, but Malcolm is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Malcolm does work. Tana can get in there.
Yeah. So the difference between Crom and Thrasios and what's making Crom currently better is that you can turbo him out early and just kind of he just exists. If you turbo him out turn 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, then you don't have to keep dumping mana into it. Thrasios requires constant mana.
Yeah, this is what I was going to bring up. So if you look at the like mana to card ratio, on average in a CEDH game, Crom will draw about one card per turn. On average, normally you'll get one trigger. Sometimes you'll get like two or three, but it'll average out to about one a turn, like one per rotation. So for the first card that you draw with Thrasios, your mana investment is at least 6, compared to Crom's 5. And Crom's also a bigger body. He pressures life totals, he pressures planeswalkers, and he blocks better. So it looks like we got a discard Mox Diamond off the gamble. Just gonna cut in real quick. So it looks like that's exactly what he tutored for. So his plans are in foils now that he doesn't have Mox Diamond.
Oh, of course, of course.
But back to the Crom Thrasios thing. This is another thing. Crom gives you red. Red is significantly better than green now. And
it's
with
a big
all of
thing.
the decks, Crom will more on average. Crom draws way more cards than Thrasios will. I'm still a diehard Thrasios player. Oh, are we? We've got Twin Flame on the stack.
Not on Dockside, unless he's trying to make a couple. Okay. Okay, he's got a Twin Flame and a Dual Caster. It's a 2-card combo that makes infinite 2/2s. That looks like.
Here's the other thing. Couldn't he Twin Flame the Elk, and it would be a Glenhorn? Or would that not be?
Judge.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, so he's got Twin Flame Dualcaster, which what'll break down is you Twin Flame, then Flash and Dualcaster, and the way that it'll work out, the stacks will resolve. You make infinite hasty Dualcaster mages, and since everyone else is hellbent, they can't respond, and that's the game. Only meme wins and is on to the finals. So that's all of round the semifinals. And you know what that means, Mike? We have 2. Count them, 2 Tana Malcolm decks in our final.
That's wild. What screen are we gonna use here? How about Folger's Bruise?
Yeah. Send it, dude. Send it.
I'm gonna set it on the we'll be right back screen because although we are here,
for what you guys, yeah, we are here. Don't worry about it. What you guys just saw, that's something we've been playing around with doing for a while. It's like a deck brewing series, just whatever we're messing around for fun.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one day, Mike. Once I get my computer, dude. I'll tell you what. I've been saving up for a computer so I can stream and do a whole bunch of stuff like that for the channel more. And I'm telling you what, man, I could not have picked a worse time because I cannot find a GPU to save my life. I've looked for like 3 months at this point. I just cannot find one.
It's insanity. They paid people to stand outside of the store and wait for them to get shipped and buy every single one. The 3070s.
Oh no, I was just looking for a 3060 Ti. But honestly, I'll take okay, dude, like 1080s are selling for $500.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. It's actually insane. And I have my friend who's like, dude, I might as well just sell mine because it's not worth $500, but I can get 500 for it. And I'm like, do I have to buy that just to like tide myself over until I can actually get a 3060? And that just feels bad, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the things. Once I get my stuff, I'll definitely be doing probably more streaming with different, maybe like a Folger's Brew, maybe some other good stuff like that.
Yep. On that note, I'm going to AFK for a minute, and we're gonna get this final round set up. We will be right back.
Yep. It's very black right now.
Oh, it's good now. And we are back.
All right. There we go. Unmuted. Everything cash money.
Yep. Should
All
be
right.
good.
So welcome everyone. Thanks for sticking around while we took a little break. This is the finals. Winner take all, best of one. We have Z-Rob on Malcolm, Keen-Eyed Navigator, and Tana the Bloodsower. We have Gustav on Ikra Shadiki Krom. It's a list that I call Hot Nauseum. We have Flash on Kinrith. And then we have Only Meme, or Dante, on another Malcolm Tana deck. So shout out to Malcolm Tana for doing absolute work this tournament.
Yeah, it's been crazy. And we've got on the right side here, we've got two Turbo Nas decks.
I was
On
like,
the
we
left
got
side, we have
Malcolm Tana
Malcolm
versus
Tana.
Nas. Yep.
That's pretty wild.
That makes, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. They're both effectively every deck at this table is a one-card combo deck. If you really think about it.
Yeah.
Like Ad Nauseam, one-card combo. Glenhorn Buccaneer,
Yep.
one-card combo.
And I could see the Adnaz decks having trouble actually interacting with the Glinthorn Buccaneer combo because it's a creature.
Yeah.
And they don't play much creature removal or creature counterspells.
One of the reasons why Glinthorn Buccaneer is actually such a strong win con is because it's a creature. Like, I'd say 80 to 90% of the counterspells in CEDH don't hit creatures. You're looking at basically mana drain, Force of Will.
Yeah, literally. And some
most decks, that's it.
Some decks will play the free removal spell that's exile, the black one.
Yeah, well, dude, they're hard pressed to do that, dude.
And it's good, but the Adnaz decks don't run.
Yep.
Gustav is not. Is he not on the Turbo Nas? Okay, I did post the lists. I shouldn't have assumed. I apologize. Let me just not open that up. You all didn't see that. It smells like Turbo Nas to me, although I see Counterbalance. Okay, this is a little spicier. Alright.
Is it? Alright, let's see what we got.
We got a Bolas Citadel.
I see Citadel. I see Underworld Breach. I see Transmute Artifact and Counterbalance. Okay.
Okay, this is very close to a Turbo Nas deck.
I mean...
But it does have some spice. It's got Doomsday.
It's got a little bit of spice added. But it's still Turbo. Say.
Yeah.
It has that as a win con.
This is actually a really nice list. I like it.
But Doomsday, Transmute Artifact, Bolas, Citadel, and Breach, along with what's it called? Help me, Mike. That's very hot.
I apologize. Did not hear the last thing that you said.
What?
I did not hear the last thing that you said. I was
saying the list is
text.
Yeah. So a lot of spicy includes Counterbalance, Bolas, Citadel, Doomsday, Transmute Artifact, the Citadel. Like, it's basically Hot Nauseum with the added bonus of some very spicy includes.
Yeah, Doomsday is extra spicy. He's got
Doomsday is. Yeah. Does he have Gush for Doomsday?
Yeah, he does.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I see that. It's not purely Adnaz.
Right. So we're on turn 0. We got a Gemstone Caverns for Ikra Shadiki Krom.
And it looks like he removed a Verdant Catacombs.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I think we had Z-Rob on the play.
You were just in time for the finals.
Yep, this is the final. Oh, we got another Gemstone Caverns.
Wow.
Exiling a
training center. Yep.
I think this is the first time in a hot minute I've seen 2 turn 0s.
Yeah. What percentage of games does Ikra get played? If you watch Playing with Power, you'd see it a lot.
I was saying, any game that goes long. Ikra's when you swing with Ikra and Krom, it's an 18-point swing. Effectively.
You gain so much life for Ad Nauseam.
You gain 11 and deal 7. It's very good. So looks like we've got Z-Rob on the play, casting Gitaxium Probe.
Who do we think he's going to target?
I would put money on... If I was in his position, I would target Kinrith or Dante. Because those are the most likely to interact.
That's true.
Because I think every single one of these decks doesn't want to go long against Kenrith. Kenrith is the only list that can realistically go long. Every other one kind of can go long, but not really, right? So
Yeah.
I think every deck is going to look to combo as fast as possible. So then with this probe, you're just looking to get enough information to play around interaction the best, right?
Yep.
So I would probably target Kenrith or probably the Malcolm
Yeah,
deck.
I could see
My
that.
guess is Gustav would have the least amount of interaction.
Well, I don't know. The Kenrith deck is very turbo.
Is
Versus
it very,
Gustav's
very
is a little
turbo?
more mid-range. Yeah.
Interesting.
Although he might not know this.
So
I'm
if
not sure
that's
if the
the
deck lists
case,
were open.
yeah. So if that's the case and it's Kenrith. All right.
Ooh.
So we're getting a look at Kenrith's hand. I was right.
Yep. Don't say anything in case they're watching.
Yep. Hush, hush, hush. Oh.
Quiet, chat.
He's
Quiet.
got it. This is a hand. I mean, yeah, you keep those. That's for sure.
It looks like 36 people played in this tournament. And I agree, Pier is much worse than the Hull Breacher meta than both
Well, also
Citadel.
Pier got worse with SWAT. So SWAT and
SWAT as
Hullbreacher
well.
make Pier way worse. That
Yep.
being said, you can't tell, like, Pier's, you still play Pier for sure. Like, having the backup ad nauseum when your life total is low is super important.
Yeah. So we've got a turn 1. I'm not sure what his land is. Maybe a command tower. Soul
Then
Ring.
we got
Oh
Soul
my
Ring,
god. Soul Ring and a
Rock.
Talisman into counterbalance.
Good God.
That's such a sweet start.
That is such a disgusting turn 1.
1, 2, 3. He has 5, maybe even 6 mana next turn. Turn 2. That's a start. This is why we play
Okay, so yeah.
CEDH.
Yeah, this is for sure why I play CEDH. So Pier came out after SWAT, but Pier was not commonly played, and honestly, neither was SWAT in like when it first came out. SWAT was like was like a $5 to $8 card, and now it's up to 30 because everyone plays it. So when those cards were first spoiled, not everyone like saw the interaction, but neither of them saw the play. Now though, every Adnos deck is almost on Pier, and if you're playing red, you're playing SWAT.
Yeah. Oh, I was
So
playing
it's
SWAT day
far
1.
more likely.
Nuts.
Yeah, that card is nuts. Like, ugh, this is brutal. But yeah, that card is just very, very good. The fact that it says spell or ability, it's just so flexible.
Lotus Petal.
So let's see here.
He plays Lotus
How
Petal,
does
but
the table?
Gustav does not reveal to it. Oh, there's a reveal to that. Revealing a Dockside
Interesting.
Extortionist. This could be a Kinrith.
Yeah, it's turn
Got
1
the mana.
Kenneth.
Gustav has 2 cards in hand.
I mean, you're gonna get it through counterbalance. I mean, I think you're pretty safe to just slam Kenrith here. If you're feeling extra spicy, you can slam Kenrith with haste if you played Tenderwall first.
I think that's a little too spicy.
I agree. I think
Oh! Maybe not.
just hit an Adnos deck for 5.
Oh. Oh! That's aggro. Oh,
That's
no,
super.
keep him back the Lotus Petal. Keep him back the Lotus Petal. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Petal is probably, I would say Petal's probably worth more than Tenderwall. One of any color's probably better than 2 red most of the time.
It does make sense to get everything out right away before the counterbalance moves to something else.
Yeah, for before the counterbalance. Counterbalance is on what, 2 right now? Reveal Dockside? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cavern of Souls is a decent
Oof.
answer to counterbalance, though. Naming Pirate is actually so strong. You get it
Yep.
for Glent Horn and your commander.
There's
That's
Mana
sweet.
Crypt, Uncounterable Malcolm, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or Tana, turn 1.
I would go for Malcolm. Get the treasure game rolling, but
Tinderwall. This could be 5 mana on turn 1. There's a Malcolm.
Yep. That's the play that makes the most sense to me. You want to slow roll it a little bit. You don't want to just like do everything you can, right? You want to hold a little bit back. So I think just playing the Tenderwall, setting up for next turn. I mean, honestly, if he just has Buccaneer, turn 2 kill, he's got the mana for it at this point. So we'll see. Every deck came off to a
3 of 4 decks.
I mean,
blazing fast starts.
Came off to a really fast start. Turns out turn 1 mana dork is not gonna cut it in this pod. Although honestly, like the start from Gustav is like just by far the best.
Yeah,
he's got definitely 5 mana in play for anything and a counterbalance.
And here we see the power of the Crom decks. Turn 2, you've got access to Crom, or I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, like worst case, you can just cast Crom. If he has something else in his hand, he can play it, like something good. But you can just dump your hand, make so much mana, and actually have a really good payoff all the time. Whereas Thrasios is not as good of a payoff because you have to keep paying into it.
Yep.
And if we
I'd say I think Tevesh is one of the best commanders right now. I'd say I'd say he's at least top 10. I think he's probably tied for the third. He might be better than Thrasios. I don't know. He's a top 3 partner for sure.
Yeah, I think it's it's tough. I'd say at least top 4. Is you got Tymna? And you got Crom.
No, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was saying.
But then there's the argument of Tevesh versus Thrasios. And I would Jessica is really good. I don't know if she's top, but she's good.
Jessica's good, but she's not that good. I'd say Malcolm, based off of what I've seen today. Oh, so we have Evolution. Let's see what he grabs here. Dockside for $1 billion.
1, 2, 3, 4,
3,
5.
4, 5.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah, but we know stuff has a dockside. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean Gustav has dockside on top. Can you play both his commanders next turn? 5 land drop 6, dockside 4 makes because he is the most. Never mind. Dockside's not very good. I mean it breaks even at least.
Yeah, Kodama and Sakashima are definitely really powerful.
Yeah. Like I said, there's just levels to it. Like the gap between the 4 best partners, like the 4th best partner and the 5th best partner is actually kind of huge. The top 4 are all pretty close. Crom's definitely the best, but the gap between the top 4 and the field is growing.
Yeah. You know, one list that I did see that I thought was pretty cool was similar to Crom Tevesh, but you play Armix instead of Tevesh, and it's got like a big artifact theme with lots of ways to get Velocity Citadel out.
Exact artifact one, I'm pretty sure.
It's a 3 mana 3/2. When it attacks, you can discard.
Yeah.
I believe discard a card, and target creature gets -X where X is the artifacts I believe that you have in play plus in your graveyard.
It puts Hull Breacher into play. Okay.
Oh, Hull Breacher.
So off of Evolution, finds a Hull Breacher.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Rograk is only the best partner in our hearts. Unfortunately, not in practice. He is really hot, though.
So little, but has so much heart.
Oh, so the biggest heart, dude. All right, let's see what he's got as follow-up to his insane turn 1. He's got a top. Oh my god. All right, well, Gustav is firmly in the lead.
He can't flip the top and draw a card, though. Keep that in mind. He can flip cards, but not draw a card off of it.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
you can't counter 1 drops. Though. Yeah, but you can't guaranteed counter 1 drops.
Which that is true, relevant. But well, no, you can still counter a 1 drop. You just don't draw a card. right? You tap top.
What's that?
You can still put top on top. You just can't draw, right?
Yeah, but that
I mean, it's
sucks.
not good,
And it gives them a treasure.
but I mean, yeah, no, I know, but like you can still counter. You can guarantee counter a one
No,
drop.
I suppose.
The main thing though is top counterbalance.
Yeah, if you.
Also, I got mad respect for top counterbalance. I used to
Oh,
play it
I
in
do too.
4-color control.
It's
One of my favorite combos
it's
by far.
glacially slow, but it's sweet.
But that's the problem was that it was too slow for the playing with power meta, which is Mike on Turbo Adnaz every time. So
I
turns
do what
out
I can.
counterbalance is not great against Turbo Adnaz. Glacially slow, by the way, is the best way to put it.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
Like,
if any legacy players were watching this,
oh,
might
dude,
might have some feels looking at this.
good old legacy, man. I'm telling you right now, dude.
Oh, did I
I
not hit
would.
F11? Oh, apologies.
What'd you hit?
Oh no, I didn't full screen it.
Oh, rookie move, man.
Yeah, I tabbed out when I
There we
looked at
go.
that deck list.
Yeah. I didn't even notice. What was I gonna say? Dude, I'll tell you what. Modern Horizons 2, if they already printed Counterspell, if they can give me him to Torok and Baleful Strix,
In
I'm
modern.
buying a full. Yeah, dude, I'm buying a full modern deck. I'm
Oh,
playing Grixis Control so hard in modern, it's not even funny.
I believe this will be archived. And yeah, there's a reason that you don't hear our voices and you just hear Ryan's because he's got a nice voice.
Yeah. Our voices aren't as silky smooth as our boy.
Nope. There's a dockside. And he reveals an assassin's trophy. That's that is that's insane.
Yeah, this is where
That's
this
so
is where it's
bad.
gonna get oppressive. Yeah.
Oh.
Like doesn't even have to activate top for it as well. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
Cold
just a
called him.
blind reveal hit dockside.
Well, no, it's not blind. He put
Oh,
the
he
two
did.
on top with
Okay.
top.
Got
But
it.
he cold called two is really good.
Yeah.
Like very, very, very strong.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that was gonna be a
we're
good
getting to the
dockside too.
point. If Gustav can get a couple more land drops and he can get a commander out with top activations, this game might be locked up pretty soon.
Ooh, our voices are sultry.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you.
chat.
We appreciate all of you.
Now maybe, just maybe we can get Ryan to jump into this chat. Who
Who
knows?
knows?
Maybe he's watching. This is just Mike and Folger.
Yeah,
There
we're
are
just
3 more of us.
we are the commentation team.
Commentation. That might be a word.
Yeah. I actually don't want to sound like an idiot, and I am now Googling this. Pretty sure it is. The act or process of commentating or criticizing. Exposition. The work of a commentator. Oh, that is a word, dude. Not an idiot. Let's go.
We're smart, I swear.
We are, dude. We have big brain. Played Dockside on one, Adnaz on two. Big brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't see how the table really gets out of the Sensei's lock really well. Like, unless he just bricks his top three every time.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Looks like he played a land and is in the tank.
So for those that don't know how counterbalance works, whenever a player casts a
Yeah,
spell, an
this is a good
opponent,
thing to explain.
they Gustav, the controller
Trigger.
of the counterbalance, can reveal his top card, and if it has the same converted mana cost as the card someone cast, then it counters the spell. With Sensei's Divining Top, you can consistently look at the top 3 cards and choose what you want on top. So you can basically, if you have any different converted mana costs on top of your deck, you can choose to counter things. If someone casts a Mana Crypt and you reveal a land, they share 0. Countered.
Yeah, it was one of the best combos in Legacy. It got banned out of Legacy. Top did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, although I'm
I
not I'm
mean,
not sure if it was that it was too broken. I mean, it was definitely a
um,
good deck. I think it was the issue was it was causing so many draws in tournaments.
so that's true. I think the other thing is though, I think it is because Legacy Miracles without top is still a tier 1 deck. And top is the best card in that deck.
That's fair. I don't know enough about Legacy. Yeah, I thought that it got banned for time reasons.
I know a decent amount about like 20 whenever well, I think it was 2018 or 2019. Whenever they had the last round of Legacy tournaments, that's the Legacy I know. Current day Legacy, heck if I know, dude.
No.
I'd play quote unquote Merfolk Tribal and just play 4 Hull Breachers, 4 True Name Nemesis and go from there. That
Oh
sounds like a
yeah.
fun deck. Like they're like brainstorm. You have Hull Breacher, and then you just play like mono blue. Just try and do that. I don't think it'd be good, but I think it'd be funny to play.
Yeah, Hull Reacher's legal in Legacy. It's wild.
Yep.
Legacy's a crazy format.
Yeah, Legacy just has it all. Really.
And we are very proxy friendly. This tournament was proxies allowed.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
We
mean,
will
I think that's
always
important.
encourage people to play with proxies
Always
because
encourage
it's just too
proxies.
expensive. The
If
game's
you
too
were gonna
expensive. The
start from
format's too
scratch,
expensive.
I was gonna say Magic the Gathering as a game is too expensive right now. CEDH in general is on average more expensive than Legacy.
Or a car.
Or a car. You know what? Yeah, there you go. Would you rather have like a used car or some cardboardy boys? That's pretty much where we're at, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So it looks like Cracked is fetch land. Am I missing something?
Legacy Infect is cool. Reminds me of the days of Top
That's
Ross
a
back in the day.
yeah. Legacy Infect's a cool
Berserk.
deck. Yeah, you have Berserk, Invigorate, Inkmoth Nexus, Blighted Agent, what's the 1 mana 1/1 that has it? Oh man,
Oh my god.
it's the green.
It's been so long.
Glenthorn? No, it's
No, no,
something
no, no,
else.
no, 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 no.
Glent. I swear it's Glent. Something. I don't know.
Chad's about to school us.
I know that.
1/1 for Infect Elf for 1.
Yeah, someone help us.
Glistener
Listener
Elf.
Elf. I
Thank you,
told you
Chad.
it was. Say it. Thank you, Elf. Chat, you're the real
We were thinking
MVP.
Glinthorn. There's too much Teamer
No,
Pirates, okay? It was
there's
messing
too
with our
much.
brains.
It
Our
was,
simple
dude.
brains can't handle words that sound similar.
For real, dude. Yeah, that is another deck where you have Hull Breacher LED and you get the one that's Twister from the graveyard for 3 CMC.
Oh.
That's another thing.
Echo of
But yeah,
Aeons.
if I was ever gonna play a 1v1 format, I have to play Control. Yeah, I'm not missing that opportunity.
Yeah.
I've been eyeing. So I have like a week left on my incubation period on my second COVID shot for my vaccine, and I kind of really I've been debating about since like I just want to play in-person Magic, see if there's some stores that are doing like modern FNMs, and just like I
Oh.
might just full buy like a modern deck and just play
Yeah.
because I'm so starved. Like
I
Esper
mean,
Control
yeah.
looks pretty sweet right now in modern. That's a cool
Just
one.
build blue-white. You're about to get
Well, no,
counterspell.
Esper Control's better.
Is it?
It is now because
Okay, I
Path is
haven't.
actually you have to play push over Path because you lose to so many mid-range decks if you Path because of the Horizon lands. So you play Esper Control, so you get to play Esper Charm.
No,
You
there's
have
no. You
counter.
cannot tell me Esper Charm is playable in modern. I don't believe it. I don't
It
believe
is
it.
a tier 1 deck in modern right
Oh
now. I
god.
promise.
If my
You can
friend's
play
gonna cry
Esper
if he hears
Charm.
this.
I'm telling you what though, I would if that's what I want Baleful Strix and Hymnator because I want to play Grixis Control in modern. Like you play Snapcaster, Bolt, Kolaghan's Command, Jace the Mind Sculptor,
You weren't kidding.
like
Esper Control.
yeah, no, I'm telling you, dude.
It's playing Esper Charm. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's not bad. The main thing is like I don't know if there's ever a world you play Destroy Target Enchantment. Like, because you can't destroy Heliod, which is a problem.
Right. Do you know how many years that people wanted Espertarm to be a card and the deck was just a meme? Literally
Yeah,
years of blue-white.
it's a thing now. It's a real thing now. All
That's
right, so it looks like we
crazy.
have it. Am I missing something? He just cast a Gilded Drake. It's not surely it's not uncounterable through whatchamacallit, right?
It's not a pirate, no. Unless he named Drake or
Yeah.
whatever.
So Zach in the comments right now. So just Legacy Grixis control, but a worse mana base. Absolutely. Um,
Ooh.
I can't afford OG duels, and I like Modern, and people play Modern more than they play Legacy. But I love Grixis control is my all-time favorite 1v1 deck I've ever seen, and that's what I want to play. So yeah, that's what I want. Although you'd play Counterspell over like probably force. Yeah, I mean you even have Force of Negation
Okay.
for Forcible. He'd drown in the locks.
He did not. He Eldritched for Hullbreacher last turn, right? I'm not.
Wait, what?
He got no. He the bottom player Eldritched for Gilded Drake. That's what happened, I guess.
Yeah. Huh.
We're getting way too caught up in this Legacy Modern stuff.
We are. Why would he? Did he drown in the lock the Gilded Drake?
No, I think he drowned and unlocked Eldritch Evolution. Mox Diamond. Oh, activate top.
I see
land,
a
counter Mox Diamond. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think that I don't see that diamond resolving.
I used to love Modern. I used to play Grixis or John Death Shadow. I played Grixis Death Shadow.
Yeah, dude.
Loved the deck.
Honestly, I'm telling you what, Mike. I'm about to get into 1v1 formats just so I can always play once my my vaccine's up and like I can just farm store credit, so I can actually afford. Dude, maybe I can afford a dual land in 2 years.
Yeah, that's how I played EDH. Just grinding store credit with standard and modern.
Yep.
My hope is that Pioneer becomes popular again, because that was like my favorite
I
format. I loved that format when it first came out.
Pioneer's awesome. It's just
fun.
I think it's kind of dead right now. Like I can't think of.
It is dead, but
like modern's just more popular, right?
Yeah,
it is.
I'm not tripping. And then you have Historic on Arena, which kind of took over that spot where it's like not quite modern but not standard.
Yeah. Like I think probably more people play Historic than they do
I'm sure.
whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I that's how I built all my commander decks when I mean for years, just because I love playing modern, I love playing standard and stuff.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
So fun.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, dude. Maybe me and you should get back into modern. Do you remember when I first got into modern? I had my do you remember my modern deck, Mike?
Demir Mill. But it wasn't just mill. You had to like mill them and then
it was
strike them
bad.
for some reason.
It was bad, Bill, because so I was playing what I would consider meme mill, right? So I had Scheming Symmetry and Archive Trap. And then the other thing was my win condition was I needed to swing 4 times with creatures. So I was playing 4 Jace's Phantasms and 4 Vantress Gargoyles because they're 5-power flyers. You only have to hit 4 times, right? And then you're just playing like blue, black, good stuff with some mill. I'm telling you right now, that deck was trash.
It sounds
but
like
I enjoyed
burn
it.
with extra steps.
Yeah, it's bad. Think of Death Shadow, but worse in every possible way.
Yeah.
I mean, except for Spice.
Oh, definitely way spicier.
Oh yeah. The best hand I ever had was land, Scheming Symmetry, triple Archive Trap, and I just tutored the last one, milled them out in turn 2.
Yeah. There was one time that all of Playing with Power went to the same tournament, the same 1v1 tournament. It was after SEG Con. We all drove to the actual Star City Games like store, and they were running like every different format F&M, and we all played like different formats.
I was me and Garrett played Modern, and then you and Ryan played, I think, Pioneer.
I gave Ryan my mono red Pioneer deck, the burn deck or whatever, and I played mono green.
I lost 2 games to Tron, and then won like a bad game 3. And we were both playing like this weird Sultai pile versus my weird Demir pile. Got there in the end.
I played Mono Green Devotion back when like some of the cards were banned, but not all of the cards.
All of them.
And it was very powerful.
Disgusting.
It had a clean 4-0. And people were complaining. They were like, "Why would you call yourself playing with power where you play with the most powerful cards in the most powerful formats? But you guys only play CEDH."
Yeah, what are you talking about?
And I said, you know what?
We're
here playing Pioneer. It's pretty powerful, okay?
Exactly, that's a powerful format, man.
Modern, kind of powerful.
Kind of OP, dude.
Oh, you play Historic Ball at your LGS? That's crazy.
That's a wild one right there, dude. So looks like Gustav has been a little stuck on lands, unfortunately. So he just topped and passed. Flash, honestly, Flash's game plan got gutted by that dockside getting countered.
Yeah, that's brutal.
He cast a Mana Vault. I don't see this resolving, honestly. I think you're super likely to put a 1 on top. Really? That means he doesn't have a 1 in the top 3. That's pretty wild.
Oh.
Let's see what Flash does here.
Activate Kenrith? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't.
He's reanimating Dockside.
Smart. So that'll make him 4.
At least that's what I assume is happening. He pointed to his Dockside. No, I'm not sure. Unless he just pumped up his Kenrith for beats.
Probably not that one.
Probably not. He just turned it sideways.
There you go, dude.
What?
He's on the beats. Yeah.
I think he actually is just attacking.
I think he made it a Kenrith an 8/8 and is dunking. That's awesome.
Hey, that's what we do against Folger when he starts locking the table down.
I was gonna say, I'm getting PTSD, dude. I play Control, and then you'll have 2 Adnos decks at 40, and I'll be at 12 fighting for my life. It happens every time. Every time. It's unreal.
You can counter the Adnos, you can't counter Folger's politics.
That is true. Got me there, dude. Yeah. The one thing I just can't stand about getting into other formats is having to buy multiple fetch lands. It makes me want to scream.
Oh god, I've sold so many over the last year because I just haven't played.
I know, dude.
In person.
I had a playset of, I think, Deltas and Flooded Strands that I sold out of when I got out of Modern. I just use that to buy some more CEDH stuff, but just it's so annoying. Fetch lands oh, they're getting reprinted. Even the cons ones are like $30 plus now. It's insane.
There's like a 99% chance I'm just gonna be borrowing decks when I actually play in person again.
What do you mean?
I have friends that play a lot of formats and have a lot of cards, and I was sharing a collection with my friend for 6 years.
Oh, I remember that.
And
yeah.
We basically split everything up.
My Elves deck in Modern.
Yeah, we basically split our collections up because we knew we were gonna play for so long. So I took all the Commander cards and he took all the Modern and the Standard and stuff.
Gotcha.
He got my Tarmogoyf, he got some fetch lands. I kind of split up the fetch lands. Modern Death Shadow, he got all that.
Yeah.
But so he has a lot of cards, so I'll be borrowing them.
Yeah, let me just put this. So for the people wondering in the chat, Evolution is CMC X or less. So if you sack a 3-drop, you can grab a 5 or less card.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're fine. Yeah, dude. I commentating the top 4 of a CEDH tournament was not expecting this to make me want to build a Modern deck, but here we are.
I know.
I've got the itch, Mike.
I know. He's got a Tana, so we got a Tana in play. Some combat. This is a very slow game. People say CEDH is like a turn 3 format. No, it is not.
No, dude. This
is way more interaction than anything.
Decks can pop off, but one of the best parts about CEDH is no other format is as interactive, and it's not even close.
Yeah, like, it's wild.
If you want the hyper competitive, big stacks, lots of interaction, CEDH is the best format for you by far. Like, we've had, what's the biggest stack I've seen? Like Storm Count 10 worth of counter spells without a Flusterstorm? Like, easily 10. Actually, do you remember when we played with Sheldon? I think we got to that. We had like Yogg Will, 4 counters, like Force of Will, Force of Will, Force of Will packed. Like, it was insane.
Okay, adversary. Yeah, it can definitely be a fast format, and people you build for fast decks, but there's so much interaction.
So here's the thing: you build for fast decks because fast decks win cons are low to the ground, and then you wait until later when you can protect it with interaction.
Maybe he found the land. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out indeed.
He did. There's the Watery Grave, paying 2 life.
Yeah, love to see that for Gustav.
Like, oh, there's a dockside. That's gonna be for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like 6 if no one cracks treasures.
If no one cracks treasures, yeah.
Yeah, my decks are like, I have most of the CEDH cards, but my decks are all kind of split between proxies and real cards because I change decks so much.
Yeah, I'm working on cultivating the absolute stonksiest CEDH deck box of all time. It's actually like, I think I have 9 decks right now.
Yeah.
That I can put together. I mean, obviously, I still don't own. I'm missing 3 reserve list cards that are just gonna grind that I can't afford now because it's a reserve list spike.
Well, 13 if you count the duels.
All right, bud, check yourself. I don't need those. I do need LED. I do need Wheel of Fortune, and I do need Gilded Drake though.
Yep. There's a Crom pass.
Yeah,
that actually makes sense. Looking at all the
Yeah, I was like, look at the board. He just needs blockers at this point.
And nobody cracked treasures either.
Yeah.
But he used all. Looks like he used all of them for Crom, I think. Or really? Some of them. I'm not sure. I don't see treasures in play.
See, I don't. Oh wait, no, I do. So you see at the top
where he's got that's what it is.
Yeah, he's got 5 treasures. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused. I was like, there's no way you got Dockside for like that much and then had to tap out.
Yeah.
But, okay, that makes sense. So he's gonna sit on Crom. Hopefully, draw some cards through that. Well, I mean, that being said, Flash is on the absolute dunk plan. Like he's just doling people.
Well, Folger does not have a twister, but the only person that has a twister is Ryan.
I was only. No, I think Adam does.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Actually, I don't think Adam does. I knew what Adam has. He has a beta trop for his he's got the fully pimped out Edric deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has beta trop for that.
Yeah, I have no goal or desire to ever get a time twister.
Neither do I. That's I so don't care enough about that. Okay, I care if Time Twister was $50, I would own one. Time Twister's like $8,000 right now.
Yeah, $100, $200. You know, I might work my way up there eventually, but
yeah, exactly. That's how That's how I'm slowly justifying like Gilded Drake and Wheel of Fortune for myself. Like, yeah, there's a couple $100, but I'll always use them. But
the more you justify it, the more expensive they get.
Yeah.
Just keep waiting. They just keep going up.
Do you know what's a crazy statement now? You can buy that's a crazy point. You can buy a playset of foil cradles for less than Twister.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I would for sure do that.
I mean, yeah, you for sure.
If I had that money and I wanted to spend it on
Magic cards. Dude, I'll play the most pimped out Legacy Elves deck of all time before I buy a Twister.
Yeah. But yeah, if you play CEDH or you're interested in CEDH, just proxy. Yeah, there's a thing called NPC that you can order
That works as
fake
well.
cards. That's what I do.
Or
they're like on playing
printers.
cards, and you have a printer. That's the fastest, probably cheapest way. Just print the cards and cut them out. Stick them right in the sleeves. I mean, you'd be surprised how many cards you can't even tell on webcam or proxies that are just straight off the printer.
So, honestly, dude, I kind of like Flash's position here. He's about to get Kenrith to the point where he's 2-hitting. I think, is that a red blast on probably Hull Breacher? Or do you think it's on Crom? Or it could be on Counterbalance. It's a tough one. What would you target here, Mike?
What would I target? Depends on what's in hand, but getting rid of the Hull Breacher seems good. Yep, it was the Hull Breacher.
Yeah,
Counterbalance is definitely a pain.
It's a pain, but honestly, Gustav's in kind of trouble from Flash just doming him out.
Yeah.
Like, look at what Flash is doing to the life totals. Like, only memes at 17. Gustav's at 20-something. I can't see the corner, but...
Oh, and Frostfang comes out. This thing is huge. Attacking creatures you control have Death Touch. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So Dante's about to get in and draw some cards if that thing resolves.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think... There's no way... He has to hit what? Ad Naus or Force of Will through Counterbalance to counter it?
I'm gonna link this site. It's a little bit of effort here, but... The site I just linked is from Make Playing Cards. They just print they use non-copyrighted cards. They have fake backs, and it removes all the copyright information and stuff, so they're legit. But you can go in there and order 600 something cards for $100.
Yep. So Frostfang resolved, and now only meme is getting in there, making some treasures, drawing some cards, doing. Honestly, now that the board's like kind of freed up, like.
Ooh, Assassin's Trophy. We knew he had that.
Yeah, he's got a trophy.
What's the target, Owen Frostfang?
Probably. Surely. Well, it could be Kenrith. It's probably Kenrith or Frostfang. I'd err on the side of Frostfang.
Yeah. Oh, Cracking Treasures, maybe? No?
Yeah, it hits Frostfang. It's fair.
No, the Teamer Pirate lists are just more focused on the value that you get from Malcolm and the combo with Glenthorn. It's not truly like a pirate deck.
Yeah, this game is gonna be really down to the wire and really close.
Definitely.
So it looks like Z-Rob tapping some manas. Let's see what his play is this turn.
Finale of Devastation, X equals, what was that, 3 or
3?
4?
If it's 3, it's Glenthorn.
He's got
2 mana open after it. Yeah, so this is CMC 5. I mean, if this resolves, the game's over. People are tapped out. This actually might be it. Z-Rob might have found the window, dude. It's unlikely to hit a 5. You're looking at Ad Naus Force of Will from top. Like, this just finds, whatchamacallit, right? Piratey Boy. Glenthorn.
With 2 mana available.
With 2 mana available. I mean, win will be presented here. Whether it goes through will remains to be seen, but this might be the tournament right here, boys. Can Z-Rob close it out?
Here we go. The Pirate Menace. Malcolm and Tana, partners number 1 and 2.
Plunder. Will this tournament get plundered by the Pirates, dude? Let's find out.
Combat
I
getting
I
in, swinging
I
out.
think it does, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I think I don't see this getting interacted
Has to
with.
be. So there's one treasure. Gustav has one treasure. Everyone's tapped out. Oh, once City of Brass open, 2 cards in hand for Flash. This might be it. One treasure
He
from
makes the
Dante.
correct he makes the correct play here by attacking for free value first though, because you're gonna get a treasure. You're gonna get 2 treasures and 2 cards. So either they interact with Malcolm, they try to interact now and you go over the top, or you get 2 more treasures and then you can go over the top of them. So this is by
Well,
far the correct and most safest play.
yeah. Well, the glint has to be attacking for you to use its ability.
Yeah, but I'm saying is it can
Oh,
during damage it's still
dispel.
attacking, right? I'm not tripping.
Yeah, it's still attacking.
Okay.
2 treasures plus whatever it gets in combat.
Yeah,
That
there
looks
it
like a
is.
GG. Yep, that's it.
That's the game, dude.
Wow.
Zero
Hi,
got
Mom.
there.
0 says hi.
Yeah. I'm telling you what, dude. The Pirates got there.
Yep.
Force to be reckoned with, dude. Tell you what, dude. I'm impressed. Malcolm and Tana has done work this entire tournament, man.
Wow, yeah, that's actually insane.
Yeah. 2 in the top 2 and the winner.
And the winner over Turbo
And
Kinrith and this insane like Crom Ikra counterbalance start.
yeah.
Man.
I want to be honest, man. Having 1 card combo creature in Teamer is really strong.
Yeah.
And it's only 5 mana to win the game too.
Well, this might pop up on the channel later. We'll see. You know, I mean,
I was gonna say you and
some
Mike could
Malcolm
both pick
Tana,
like
we might
Malcolm Tana might
they
need
might
to
show up.
swap lock. Never know though, dude. Never know. But I would put money you might see Malcolm Tana on the channel the next few months.
Any
Is there any
bracket? We've
bracket we
got.
can check the decks? We have the bracket. I don't know if we can put the
Oh,
decks up.
Sean is actually writing it. He's doing a write up of the whole
Yeah.
tournament, the percentages, the color percentages, deck popularity, all of that. Once that's ready, I believe we'll be posting it on our Twitter. If
Yeah.
you're in the Playing with Power Discord, well, it'll probably be in there. Twitter.com/playingwithpower, maybe Playing with Power MTG, one of those two. Let's find out. It's Playing with Power. It's Playing Power MTG. Twitter.com/Playing Power MTG.
Yeah. So that's the tournament, boys. I mean, congratulations to everyone who entered, and especially the top 4. They did a great job, and definitely shout out to the people who brought Malcolm and Tana for that deck did really, really well.
Yeah, and hopefully in the future gonna do another one of these. We're still getting all that figured out. But I mean, if you want to be a part of it, it's for patrons. Anybody in the Discord, in our Discord.
Yep. As a part of being a patron, you get free entry to the tournament, no matter
Yep.
what level of patron you are. But
Yep.
we appreciate all the support, and we hope you guys enjoyed watching this tournament, man. Great turnout. Had almost 40 people for a webcam tournament. And yeah, it was great. So,
Yep.
anything else to say, Mike?
Nope. I think that'll be it.
Right.
Check out the Discord. Check out Twitter and stuff, and Sad Robot Ultras. Thank you all for watching.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Yep. Thanks for all the support, and have a good night, guys. Thanks for coming out.